Dalvin Cook, I have number 1 in the rankings. And if you do notice anyone who's not there, it's probably just me being a moron and forgetting to rank them and put them in. So I have Dalvin Cook at number 1, Kamara, James Robinson, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, assuming he plays, Josh Jacobs, Mike Davis, Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, and Kareem Hunt. That goes into Nick Chubb. Yes, I have Hunt over Chubb here. He has 4 goal line touches to Chubb's 1 over the past 2 games. They've both been back, so more likely to score a touchdown right now, probably Kareem Hunt. Chubb, Miles Sanders, Antonio Gibson, Ezekiel Elliott, Giovanni Bernard, Miles Gaskin, James Conner, David Montgomery, Wayne Gallman, and Kalen Ballage at the Buffalo Bills. How high should I move up Gus Edwards here? Would you play him over? You play him over Gallman for sure. Would you play him over David Montgomery?
Yes.
You would, against the Packers, and knowing that Edwards is not going to be involved in the receiving game.
Still, it's David Montgomery, and it is a great matchup. But it was something we talk about this entire year, and I always go back to is I won't always overrate the match. I'm not saying you're overrating the matchup, but I'm not going to let that skew what David Montgomery is. I know he's going to get the majority of the volume because that one game without it was mostly Cordell Patterson. So forget the Artavis Pierce, forget Ryan Nall, anybody else that's on this team. It still should be David Montgomery nearing 20 touches, but I still have a lack of faith in what David Montgomery is. At least I know Gus Edwards is good, even if it's 14, and then he's going to get the goal line work. So if you want to go David Montgomery, I'm not going to fault you for it, but you're asking me. You always say this is how I would play them. I would play Gus Edwards over David Montgomery.
Would you play Gus Edwards over James Conner?
No, even though I'm legit. Like, what did I tell you last week is Benny Snell and him were tied in goal to go opportunities and touchdowns. And now Benny Snell's ahead of him because he just he just took it away from him in that game. And that was a game where James Conner looked good. I'm concerned about James Conner. I could see the case for Edwards. I can honestly see the case for Edwards over Gaskin, not knowing how much work Gaskin's going to get in his first game back now it's not been inspiring play, but Savon Ahmed, I think I get his name correctly, has been performing kind of like David Montgomery. So I don't know that Gaskin's going to step in right back to 18 plus touches. So I think he deserves to be in the conversation with these guys at least.